Hey, what is up, everybody? It's been a while since I've done a Breaking Bad review. I've always been saying I'm going to do it, then it doesn't happen. So I figured since he was here, I do it. So that way I have a reason to.
Because he's on this episode. I finished Breaking Bad.
Yeah, and actually the one that showed you the episode like 2 years ago. So it's like, you know.
Yeah, he took like a massive break from Breaking Bad because like college and stuff.
Yeah, it was. But I'm gonna start watching it again. I had watched the previous 3 episodes that I ended up reviewing beforehand because I needed to refresh my memory. We just finished this episode like literally maybe 2 seconds ago. So
yeah, had a little stretch break because we're sitting down for a while.
This is probably gonna be the only one we do. It's been a while since I've seen this episode. I did watch this episode like 2 years ago, and then I got busy doing other things, so I never really got to come back to it. Forgot how good this episode's actually like really good actually.
Yeah, it's good.
Probably not one of the best episodes obviously, but it's still really good.
Yeah, it's better than The Fly.
Yeah, it's good building up to what's going to happen because obviously some stuff's about to happen.
Oh yeah, definitely like a good build up episode.
Yeah.
But enjoyable build up.
So this is season 4, episode 4. It's I always think it's kind of funny. And the episode is called Bullet Points, which kind of fits the episode's name with what happens. And the original air date, I don't know if this is the exact date that it aired, is August 7th, 2011. So this came out, was it 2017 now? So this came out like 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird. It doesn't feel like it was 6 years ago when you actually watch it because it's still, the technology is still pretty modern. The only thing that's different is the cell phones. Like the
like being out flip phones.
Yeah.
Flip phones.
But they had other phones. I guess because they wanted, because it's supposed to take place like in 2008, so this isn't taking place like, But anyhow, let's start talking about the episode. We're not going to talk about everything like in order. We're just going to talk about certain things that happen. So I guess we can start off with the Walter and Skylar stuff that took place in this episode.
The queen bitch herself.
So obviously, as everybody knows, I was not a fan of Skylar.
No one is.
She's a pain in the ass in this season, mostly, I think. Last season, ironically enough, I like that they kind of involved her, but for the viewers, it's just a pain in the ass that she's not involved.
I feel like it was better when she didn't know that Walt was a fucking murderer.
Yeah, because especially like in this season, like so in this episode, let's take a look what happened. So obviously, I think she's like really concerned about her story that they're gonna find out, even though Walter's gone. Well, he went a while without them even finding out about it.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know the time frame exactly for, this episode since it's been a while since I watched it. It's probably not 3 years because I know the show came out in like 2008. I don't think it's that long because, but you get what I'm saying. But
yeah,
it's probably a different time frame. But it was a while before, Walter that she didn't know about it because, but she's doing things like she's looking up stuff about the rules of poker. She's forcing Walter to go to like kind of like a
gambling meetings.
Yeah, and you see Walter's like sleeping because he don't.
Yeah, Ollie doesn't get. Walter doesn't give a shit about any of this.
Because he knows he doesn't. Yeah. He doesn't have any of these problems.
Yeah.
And then like she's making him actually like play the game poker, and he's trying to do like this whole method, but he keeps fucking up.
Yeah, he's trying to count cards, but like he's not good at it.
Which is a bad thing because
it's funny because like he's like a genius, but he can't count cards.
But the funny thing is then Walter then eventually says, "I shouldn't even be playing at all because of my habits," which was a good cover-up story actually.
Yeah, like I don't want to do anything because I don't want to like.
And then like she has him like read this script about stuff that they're gonna reveal about his gambling problem and how they're gonna buy a car wash, and she has like word for word about the exact sentences they're gonna say. But what was so good about this was they were taking shots at each other. Like Walter was like, because pretty much the whole thing was made to
like make Walt look like shit.
Yeah, but like he's like, why am I the one looking like shit? You're the one that slept with their boss and stuff.
Yeah.
And Skylar was taking shots, talking about, well, you're the one that got fired as a teacher and became
cooking math.
Yeah, and then she said something else like
she's like Walt Jr. thinks that he's like that Walt's like the best thing ever, but like he thinks she's like a bitch mom, which she is.
Because now that when I watched the episode, like those episodes back, when they were like on the verge of like getting divorced, Walt made himself look like the good guy and her look like the bad guy. But he did it. He did it like unintentional, kind of like. But he knew he was intentionally doing it, but he didn't make it look like it was intentional. And then other things like then eventually he starts to say I no, and obviously too like he even points out like flaws in the script. Like I'm
like this is way over dramatic.
Yeah, like stuff that he wouldn't even say. Like I'm terribly sorry. Yeah. Well, because she has like exactly the things she's gonna do. Like she's gonna cry doing one of them. He's like
it's amazing because like she's taking it like super seriously.
Yeah.
And Walt's just like he just does not want to be there.
Yeah, like he's looking at the script like what the fuck is this?
Yeah, this is like so dumb.
Yeah. Because he's been getting away with it for a while, so it's like
Plus it's just like so over dramatic.
Yeah. You know? Because like I get you want it because obviously
sorry I'm yawning a lot. I'm like really tired.
You want to make it look like that you want to have every little thing thought out, but sometimes I think it's the worst to have every little thing thought out.
Yeah, because then it's like okay, this is a little too specific.
Yeah, because I can understand what Walt's thinking, because then Hank could say, wait a minute, this sounds like it's a little bit too staged. Like that's a spoiler, even though the episode's 3 years late, but for anyone that hasn't, he doesn't find out. But and then Walter even I even like the line where he acts like he's apologizing to Skylar for putting her through all that shit. Then
he's just like, it's part of the script. Yeah, fucking shot fired.
That was awesome. And then then because they were going to Marie and Hank's for dinner, so that's why they had to prepare all this stuff.
Yeah,
because I actually forgot about this. They don't think that they're even divorced. Legally, they're not divorced, but they think they're still together. So,
yeah, they are still together.
It is kind of funny though because I guess they haven't seen each other enough, but he doesn't really like live there, but I guess they don't know that. So
yeah. But they go to dinner and Marie and Skylar just doing whatever off screen.
Yeah.
Now Walter and Hank are looking at his mineral collection.
Yeah.
And Wisecrack I mentioned this to Dan before. Wisecrack in their Breaking Bad reviews mentioned that whatever like Walt does, Hank does like something similar, just like to like a less illegal degree. Like like Walt cooks crystal meth and then Hank brews beer.
Yeah.
And like crystal meth is like rock stuff, and then like Hank collects minerals.
Yeah.
So it's like they're like parallels.
But Hank's doing the things he's doing things legally. He's doing things illegally. And obviously, something else I've always known this. I just never mentioned it before. Every time Walt and Hank are together with Walter Jr., you can see that there's like tension because Walter Jr. always thought Hank was cooler than Walt because he's like this big badass DEA agent.
Yeah, and he does all this Walt's cool like stuff. The nerdy school teacher.
Yeah. So like you can even kind of see it when Hank was showing Walter Jr. this rock collection. They were both trying to like Walt was trying to show that he knew more exactly.
He knew more about like the more specific stuff about the mineral.
But it's like that. Walt was trying to one up Hank. Obviously, Hank doesn't know about it, but I always love that they do this. This was like and obviously because we know there's like tension. Well, Hank doesn't know it, but obviously we know that there's tension between them because Walt is Eisenberg and stuff, and it's awesome stuff.
Yeah.
And then so they're doing the rock collection. We're not going to talk about what happens next. We'll blend it up more.
Oh yeah.
Then they talk about the how there's a story about the car wash. Walt's a little out of. I guess you kind of have to because it doesn't go exactly to plan because what happens is just before they start telling the story, Hank shows Walter Jr. the video of Gail.
Like singing karaoke.
I think it was supposed to be like Japanese karaoke too.
Yeah.
It was actually hilarious.
Yeah, it's really funny.
I love that Gail was just so like geeky and nerdy and funny.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was
rest in peace.
Yeah. And then so Walter gets worried because obviously Hank's back on the case because he's not fully back, but he's working on the case somewhat. And then so this worries Walt. So when he's supposed to say his lines, he walks off and goes to the bathroom because he's just so concerned.
Yeah, but he doesn't really go to the bathroom. What he's actually doing is looking at Hank's case notes.
And one of the things that has is the pictures of Gale's dead body from when Jesse shot him.
And he also has the lab notes for the designs
Yeah.
of their meth lab.
But he's got other things hidden in there like the
poems and other
Yeah.
little stuff
It's actually kind of smart to keep those poems and stuff in there because then people won't really think that it. I mean, obviously, if you look in the book, it wouldn't, but it's I guess kind of smart.
Yeah,
but...
it's weird. Hank brings it up he in one page he has a bunch of meth shit and criminal activities, and the other one he has a recipe for a veggie marshmallow.
Yeah.
And poems and crap.
It's
Gale was an interesting guy again. Rest in peace.
And then Walter, when Hank hears this, Walter acts like he has to go back because he has to go back to the bathroom because if he sees him messing with this, then Hank will probably be like, Hank would think something suspicious if he sees him.
Yeah, if he's looking through all of his crap. Heartburn.
And then they have a little emotional moment where Hank tells him, if you need anything from me, you can always talk to me. And then Walt tells Hank that he can do it, but he's trying to get Hank to reveal the information to him. So
and he does because Hank, likes to. He's married to Marie after all.
Yeah, he likes to talk. So he pretty much reveals everything that he's been going through the case. Obviously with his side because he doesn't know Walt's side, obviously.
Yeah.
And he reveals everything we just said about the book.
And he mentions that he believes Gale is Heisenberg, which is obviously Walt.
And then he reveals this message that he has that you remember the exact quote because I'm not really remembering quotes that he has to WW.
Yeah, it was from a poem, and
Hank,
and it was WW, which is obviously Walter White.
Yeah, but Hank starts saying this Woodrow Wilson. You know who you probably.
Yeah,
know
he's
who
who? Yeah, the president. I think I don't know.
He was he was the prime minister of England.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And then he says
I don't know history.
Yeah. Willy Wonka, and then he says Walter White.
And usually you said this. Walt would usually be all paranoid, but he was like, "You got me."
Which just kind of shows Walt's starting to change now because because usually he gets all paranoid. He shaved his head.
Everyone knows from watching an anime, if you change your hair, your personality gets all
But even after he shaved his head, Walt would still get paranoid about it and stuff too. So Walt was acting all paranoid about it. But instead he's like, "You got me." But instead, what Walt does, which was really smart, he points him to a direction where he has one of his poems in the book, and he actually makes it seem like it's actually just
that poem.
Yeah.
And not Walter White.
But obviously Walter White knows it's directed to him.
Yeah.
And then what else happens? Walter White asks about the actual time where the shooting happened, and Hank reveals that there was some fingerprints left behind, which obviously concerns Walter because
he thinks Jesse. Oh my God, he's gonna get thrown in prison.
Yeah. So then Walter goes to Jesse's house, and obviously
Jesse's super depressed.
Yeah.
Before that he goes to after.
Yeah, this is after. And what happens is Jesse's super depressed, and you could see Jesse this thing this story, I'm just gonna call it the thing where he had to go shoot Gale, got him really depressed.
Yeah, he's severe PTSD.
Yeah.
He's got hobos living at his house, people on drugs.
Yeah.
Music blaring 24/7, pizza everywhere.
Yeah.
Naked girls everywhere. Okay, well that part I don't mind.
But, but it's he's just super depressed. And
he's just trying to drown his misery and partying and crap.
And Walter tries to get Jesse to say exactly what happened, point by point.
Go through the steps, but it makes Jesse have Vietnam flashbacks.
Yeah.
And he just has a bunch of guys kick Walt out of his house.
Yeah. And then
he
Walter,
goes by Saul.
goes to Saul to try to solve this problem because obviously I think Walter knows that Jesse's going to be a problem eventually for not only the DEA,
he's
but
he's freaking out. He's okay, Gus is going to kill him in his first chance he gets.
Yeah.
He's going to kill Jesse because Jesse's going off the wall.
But he's also afraid that the DEA is going to catch Jesse too.
Yeah, because it's like either Gus is gonna kill Jesse, and he doesn't want that because obviously like he cares about Jesse.
Yeah.
And if the DEA catches, he's gonna, obviously he cares about Jesse, so he doesn't want him to get thrown in jail.
But
and Jesse might rat if he gets interrogated.
Which he well, you might actually. I was gonna say which he won't, but this time he might actually, since he's so depressed and stuff.
Yeah, Jesse like doesn't give a shit about his life anymore.
Yeah, and then Walter also just kind of goes off talking about like when did methamphetamine not become a business anymore? Like he's really good actually.
Yeah, he's like everyone's like acting all acting like
because he has to buy this car wash now. Like
yeah, and he's like complaining about Skylar like. Because Skylar doesn't know what the hell she's doing.
Yeah, I feel like that definitely adds to it too. Yeah. Like, and it's already like I have a feeling the Skylar stuff wouldn't be as bad if you didn't have to deal with the Gus shit. Probably like
yeah, like it's funny just because like before this like Walt was the new guy, but now that like Skylar's in the picture, like Walt comes off as like the seasoned veteran.
Yeah, and like Saul being Saul, has all the answers. At first, when he says like we're just gonna sue Hank if he goes to
tries to arrest Jesse,
but he would, but then it really wouldn't work because there really wouldn't be a reason to sue Jesse if he gets caught anyway.
No, I mean sue Hank if he gets caught. Okay, well because Hank tried to beat the shit out of Jesse.
Yeah.
He beat the shit out of Jesse before.
Yeah.
So be like okay, you're just harassing him.
Yeah.
But and it might work, it might not.
Yeah. And then one thing is I guess the way he explained it. Pretty much has Walter fake his death and get a completely new identity.
Yeah, well, not fake his death, just like poof, like disappear.
Yeah, disappear.
Because he's like, I got this guy. He can like hook you up with a whole new life. It's like witness protection on steroids. But like, if you do this, you can't go back to your old life.
Yeah.
Can't see anyone you knew before. Like you gotta take your family and just like leave forever.
Which is a problem, because something tells me that he would. Well, Gus is just so smart. I feel like even though he couldn't trace him, he could probably still find Walt, probably.
Yeah.
Which is, I have a feeling what Walt was probably thinking. But this scene was just so good because it was like
it was like Saul, like jokey Saul was like completely serious. Like, this is an end game, but if you need to, it's here.
Yeah, and then Walt was like all his emotions finally came out about everything here too, and then afterwards. Pretty much, we don't see Walt for the rest of the episode up until the end. Pretty much, the rest of the episodes just focus on Jesse.
Mm-hmm.
You would say that's pretty a fair statement. I would say.
Yeah. It was
like you
just
see
like Jesse like all depressed and like he's playing Sonic Kart, I guess, with some chick.
Yeah.
And his money got stolen by some guy.
And then Jesse also, like I said, having pizza. He has like this guy who's clearly on drugs, just going off about nothing.
Yeah.
And
he gives him like $200.
If it was me, I would.
And then
I actually didn't think he was gonna buy the pizza though. I thought he was gonna use it on drugs.
Yeah, well, I mean, he actually bought the pizza, so good on you.
I thought this guy was gonna get like someone was gonna deck this guy because of how much he's talking. I wanted it to happen. Obviously, I knew it wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah,
he was also talking to a guy that was clearly also on drugs. He was all calm and stuff.
Yeah,
and you just see that Jesse's.
And obviously, like the guy still ended up stealing Jesse's money, but Jesse didn't really give a shit.
Yeah. And then Mike, Mike we saw early, like the very beginning of the episode.
Yeah, he was like in a shootout with some guys, and he got like the top of his ear blown off.
Yeah.
So Mike's just being bad. I know Better Call Saul is a thing, and like that's very very heavily focused on Mike, but it's like having a whole spinoff on Mike, like just like working for Gus and stuff, would be awesome.
Yeah.
He's like Walt and Jesse doing their own thing, but like Mike's like on the front lines.
Yeah.
He's shooting that place. He's going on.
This was this was a really good scene. And then Mike then goes to pretty much Mike has the guy that not kidnapped but stole Jesse's money like all tied up and blindfolded and stuff.
Yeah, and he gave him his money back.
And Mike says, well, we're gonna kill this guy, right? And Jesse's like, what do you want me to do? Say that you're not gonna.
Like beg you not to. And
he's like, I know you're not going to because you took.
Which really just shows like, at the beginning of the series, Jesse would have actually done that.
Yeah.
Because like Jesse was a drug dealer, but like he was a good person. Like he didn't want anyone to die.
And then, but here he just didn't give a crap.
He's like whatever.
I think he knew he wasn't going to do because Jesse's actually killed someone now. So.
Yeah.
And then Mike then goes to Gus and says,
he's a problem. Like we can't get rid of him because Walt won't cook for us anymore.
Yeah.
But we need to do something about him.
Yeah.
He's
So
gonna end up
obviously,
getting himself killed or caught.
So then I'm assuming this was probably the next day. Walt sees Jesse doesn't come in. He calls him like 1,000 times. Great voicemail.
Yeah.
I love his voicemail.
Yeah, and then breaks into his house and he sees Jesse's not there and his phone is on the table and Jesse always takes his phone somewhere.
Yeah. Well, if you're a teenager, you always take your phone.
Jesse's like in his 20s.
Well, yeah, but if you're like my age, you always have your phone.
Yeah.
Probably not so much back then because there's more things you can do on your phone now. But
yeah.
So then he realizes something happened to Jesse. So then he goes and because the cameras are hooked up, he goes to the camera and asks where Jesse is. And then we see the ending scene,
which was like a really badass part. Like,
yeah.
Walt again, like he's definitely like showing his change. That like he's becoming less of like the goody two shoes.
Yeah.
Walt from the beginning and becoming more of like Heisenberg, the drug kingpin.
And then we see Mike and Jesse are driving, and Mike's like, "Do you want to know where we going?" And Jesse's like, I forget the exact words.
Like he's like, no.
He doesn't give a shit anymore.
It's just like it really shows that like Jesse's like he's super depressed.
Yeah.
Like he's really like just he can't deal with it. He's like he doesn't even care if he dies. It's like, yeah, that definitely needs like.
And that's how it ends.
Yeah.
So, I thought this episode was obviously I'm not gonna say this was like the best Bacon Brad episode. I still thought this was really good because it was really good build up. You saw the change in Jesse more so in this episode than you did in the other.
Yeah, this
seasons.
was like good development for Jesse.
Yeah.
Just, like,
Walter
his life.
saw little changes in his character. I like the interaction with Walter and Hank.
Yeah. And like Hank is like if it seems like Hank is off Walt's case, but at the same time like he's very close.
Yeah.
It's like a weird
like I said
spot.
That's I like the fact that they had obviously it sucks that he had to that he got shot and stuff, but if Hank didn't get shot, he obviously would have caught Walter like sooner than he did sooner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love this. I obviously loved it too because
also this like because of this episode now Walt knows that the DEA is after Heisenberg.
Yeah.
Because before like he kind of like he didn't really know that like what the specifics were.
He always had assumed.
Yeah, but like now he knows like Hank is like actually the one after Heisenberg.
Yeah.
Not like he's one of their number one targets.
I feel like he kind of knew, but he didn't fully know like
he didn't grasp it like Heisenberg was like public enemy number one.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, because there's been instances before where like remember like when they went to the RV and like Hank almost caught him and then they had to have.
Well, like I mean, like I'm sure like Hank, I'm sure Walt knew like that someone like. I'm like Heisenberg was like a name on the streets.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure Walt didn't like know that like that was like a big name at DEA headquarters.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure he didn't know like he was like the number one guy they're after.
Yeah. And then obviously too even though like it's annoying as hell, I did have some comedic relief towards the Walter and Skylar stuff.
Yeah. It was just good to see like Walt treat Skylar like shit because she kind of deserves it.
Yeah. Especially
if Skylar treated Walt like better at the beginning of the series because like Walt at the beginning of the series was like super depressed.
Yeah. Pretty much how Jesse is now, but Jesse's like 10 times worse, obviously.
Yeah.
He's not having like.
So I'm just saying, if Skylar treated Walt a bit better, none of this would have happened. I mean, Walt would have still gotten cancer, but he wouldn't be off the walls killing people.
And the one other thing, as obviously this is very well known, but this. Getting cancer probably for Walt, it probably wasn't the greatest thing, but it
let him like feel liberated, free.
Because now he has more. Because he felt like he probably feels he has more of a purpose in life now.
And he met Jesse and like Walt and Jesse argue, but like Jesse is like a son to Walt,
Yeah.
Like maybe not to the extent of Walt. Someone mentioned this somewhere on like Reddit or something, but like someone said that Walter Jr. is Walter White's son, and then Jesse is Heisenberg's son.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like that's a good analogy.
They have that father-son dynamic where they both care about each other.
Yeah, like they don't like to admit it, but they do. They care about each other.
I wonder, like, probably if you had asked Walt, like, probably like the old Walt, if he was like, because the weirdest thing is he was his teacher too. So it's like.
So it's funny how like when he was a teacher he hated Jesse, but now that like that they're criminals together, like Walt like really he's like. If Walt didn't care about Jesse, because some people say like Walt just doesn't care about Jesse, he only like uses him as like a pawn.
Yeah.
If he didn't care about Jesse, he wouldn't have gone that far for Jesse. He wouldn't get this upset
Yeah.
when Jesse is being taken away by Gus.
Or like when because you even saw it too, like when he was just working with Gale by himself. He's like, this doesn't feel like maybe he asked for Jesse to work with him again. So, and obviously too, we you see that Hank is starting to. He's not on that much because he was definitely pissed off too. He wasn't. I don't think he was depressed, but he just felt like he wasn't much of because obviously hasn't been able to do anything. So it feels like putting him back on the case gave him more of a purpose too. I think we talked about. I think we covered everything because Marie did nothing in this episode.
Yeah, so. Marie just kind of she's there.
She was just there. She has a moment where she has like a big story, but then it doesn't happen.
Marie's not like the most interesting person. Yeah. Oh no, she's shoplifting. Yeah, like she's surrounded by people she's surrounded by murderers and drug dealers. So
Yeah, so it's like
she's not like the worst person.
Yeah, and then Skylar's
and then she's outranked by Skylar in the annoying department.
Yeah. I definitely would say though she's not as annoying as Skylar. I don't think.
Honestly, if it came down to who I like better, Marie and Skylar, Holly wins.
Yeah.
The character that can't talk, I like more.
Oh yeah. Because I forgot, because you always forget that they have a kid too.
Yeah, we were just talking about that during the episode. Like, oh yeah, Holly's a thing.
Yeah, because she doesn't really get brought up.
Yeah, she's kind of like
and then
she's there.
And then Walter Jr. He's just there though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Walter Jr. is pretty entertaining. He's pretty comedic.
Yeah, but he's not as much of a character as
like Hank and Walt.
Yeah. But I like this battle here. Yeah, like it makes me talking about it makes me want to watch it again. But
this was a very good setup episode.
Yeah.
Like not like a whole lot of action.
It's probably not a good idea to probably watch it again because then, we probably won't be able to finish the next episode because we have to leave soon. But
I don't even know we're gonna do a next episode. I'm pretty tired.
But anyhow, that's pretty much it. That was like a little bit. It was like a review of the episode, but kind of like an update about because I haven't talked about
what's going on.
Yeah, this show in a while. So
yeah. This is the latest episode he's seen. I finished the series a while ago, so
yeah, he did a pretty good job of talking about it without revealing anything.
Yeah, thank God. I mean, I was getting really close every now and again. But, like, comment, subscribe if you like this video.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe to my other channel, CM Brothers. Just posted a hate comments video on there.
Yeah, we're responding on the positivity of another video we uploaded like a couple years ago.
And that's pretty much it, guys, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.